Well, this week, 2 fun hunts, and I head down a rabbit hole. Well, welcome back to Finding America. It's really great to see you here. Now, of late, we have had a ton of new subscribers, and that's just been awesome. But I also want to take a little bit of an opportunity right now to tell you some things about the channel that you might not know about. Now, Finding America is a member of the Calico VIP test team, and as such, we have special links down below in our video description. And we also have a special sales code that you can use, FAUSA, at checkout, and it'll save you quite a bit of money on your order. Now, if you need any kind of metal detecting supplies, we'd really appreciate it if you used our links. And you should also know that every single purchase that you make through our links helps support the channel. Well, one more thing I want to quickly mention concerns the community section of the main channel page. If you haven't checked that out, you really need to, because I love posting there in between each video that comes out on Thursday. And just a few days ago, I showcased some of my past finds. And I showcased some Nazi propaganda pieces that I found way back in the 80s in Germany. And I think you'll really enjoy seeing them. So if you're not getting notifications and when I post on the community tab, all you have to do is go to the main channel page, set your notification settings to all notifications, and you will never miss a single thing that happens on this channel. Now, this past weekend was a very cold one, but we weren't going to let that stop us from getting some detecting in. We decided to take our Equinoxes and head to a favorite spot of ours that has both Civil War and Victorian history. And did I mention it was cold? Well, we made some really nice finds, and that helped us forget about the freezing temperatures and those brutally stiff winds. Well, good morning to everyone.
Literally.
Literally. It is very early, and it is very cold. It's just above freezing.
I didn't even get my machine ground balanced yet.
I know. We're at a favorite little place that we have, and I said, let's try these woods over here. I don't know why, they just look good. And I got a nice high tone. I don't even know what this is. It could be Bazinga. I don't know. But I got something big and round here. Sort of round. And maybe it's a dog tag. I don't know.
It looks like one of those horseshoe ones.
Yeah.
2 holes on it.
It's kind of muddy right now, so I'm going to clean this up. But it rang up like 27, 29. And there it is. It is a Tennessee dog tag. And it's, from what I can tell, it's a 1966. So I'll definitely take that. And we'll see what else comes out of these woods. Chris just called me over. Came down the ridge over here to where he is.
Some kind of jewelry. I thought it was an old pull tab.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Some kind of pendant.
Yeah. I don't know if there's anything. Looks like there's something on it. I think it's jewelry.
Could be a zipper pull.
Maybe. Oh no, it's got a little flower.
There you go. Oh, that's cool.
Cool.
Little necklace pendant, and boy, it sure looks nice gold color, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's probably a good.
It's ringing up kind of high though, wasn't it?
Yeah, but the flower don't look. Nah, I think I see silver coming through. I think it's gold plated.
Yeah.
That's cool though.
We'll take a look at it, get the magnifying glass, see if it's got any stampings, but
yeah.
Very cool little flower pendant. All right, well, you're on the board.
Yeah, there we go.
Well, I just found something really cool, and Chris just happened to be coming down the hill to check to see what I've been doing.
He told me to stop.
I said, stop. I don't want you to see this. Got a pretty good find in the hole. Come on over here, man. It was way deep. We're probably talking 9 inches. Give me a 23. You see it there? It's right here. You'll know as soon as I turn this over. You know what it is?
Is that part of a spur?
Yeah, sure is.
Holy cow.
Yeah, it's the end of a spur.
Oh, wow.
How cool is that? Wow.
Finally something of age out here.
Yeah, we've been finding, I mean, most of these 22, 23 signals have been cans, but this one has some depth, and I kept having to go deeper.
How cool.
How cool is that, man?
Wow, I wonder if there's any more in there.
Oh, I hope so.
More of it.
It looks like it broke off the spur and went flying when some cavalryman went by.
Wow.
How cool is that? Oh, that really kind of makes my morning.
That's
I won't say day.
Not yet?
No, not yet. Aim high.
Good, man.
Well, I tell you, I was really happy finding that spur leg, but I wasn't quite sure how to tell the difference between a Federal one and a Confederate one. So I called my good buddy Dave from Tag Team Recoveries. Now, if you haven't checked out his channel, he has a wealth of knowledge on Civil War and Revolutionary era relics, and he and his son know how to dig them up. So I appreciate if you check out his channel, give him a subscription, tell him that Greg of Finding America sent you. And I'll put a link to his channel down below in the video description. Well, getting back to what I was telling you, he told me that the Confederate spurs have a rounded corner or clip corner, while the Union ones are perfectly square. And believe it or not, the reason they were rounded or clipped is because the Confederates were trying to conserve metal so they could apply it to the next one. So, pretty interesting fact, and I just wanted to thank Dave for that information. Well, I just got a nice signal in here. There's so much garbage in these woods. We're kind of on the edge where these small houses are. A lot of garbage, a lot of beer cans. But got a 12 signal. Sounded pretty nice. I thought it was going to be another pull tab, but check it out. I got an old nickel. And I am not sure, but I think it's a V. That is crazy. All the way out here in the woods. I'll give you an idea where we are. Pretty thick woods. I'm just up here on this ridge line. I was following this ridge line down because it had a real good vantage point for the troops. And these were Confederate positions. Well, there she is. It is a V nickel. That is really awesome. I believe it's 1906. I still got some more cleaning to do. I just toothpicked it enough to see what it was. But that is awesome. I'm very happy to get that. Well, I got a real faint 12 and pegged the depth meter on the Equinox, and I have to say I went down very far for it. Probably 8-9 inches, and finally got it out. Yeah, I just thought I'd show it to you because I always like this. This is a fired pistol ball, a little round ball, but it must have hit a rock or something and splatted pretty good. But that's another great indicator there. So yeah, the finds are coming out every 15 minutes or so, but I just keep plugging along. Well, we are now out of the woods and into the fields here. Have a lot of Victorian history here. First good target I got was banging in at about 23. I dug down and it's actually in the plug, and I thought, well, maybe it's a memorial, but I actually got a weedy. It was not very deep at all, and this one's going to be a 50 with a Denver mint mark. Well, Chris called from across the field.
Something big and round.
That's what we like.
It's not shiny, but
oh yeah.
Look at that thing.
Yeah, it sure is. How many have we dug of those lately?
Tons of them.
Oh, yours is in real nice shape.
Yeah,
Lawrence, huh? I see Lawrence.
Billy.
Billy Lawrence.
Billy boy.
Let's see who's.
Yeah, it looks like it's got the city name on that one.
Cool.
Neat.
Well, we're going to get it cleaned up and we'll give you a better look. But it's one of the machine tokens. You can.
Good luck in the middle.
Yeah, one of the old type tokens. You can have a type set.
Most of the ones we dig, man, they're all fragile. And oh, that's got an American flag on the back too.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, I've dug some of those before. All right, we'll get it cleaned up and we'll let you know what's on it. Chris got something again.
What kind of wiped it down? Does that look familiar?
Holy cow. Here, let me get in on it. So, if you guys have been watching my videos for a while, you might recognize that. That is a Durkee salad dressing cap. Now, this one might be spices because it's big.
Yeah, that's a lot bigger than that one you got.
Yeah, so this might be from a spice jar. They did spices and salad dressing. And you can see the Knight's Gauntlet from the suit of armor right in the middle. So, I think that was Just Happened Fun or the video right before it. I did
Yeah.
a big history lesson on this.
It was very interesting.
Yeah, it was a great segment on the company and the factory where they made this stuff. Early 1900s, man.
Yeah,
Very cool piece. Well, next target was ringing in at a 17 for me. It was about 4 inches down. And I have to say, I love finding these. Let me see if I can get you a good shot of this. But that is the cap to an old Colgate toothpaste tube. And I don't know why, but I just really like finding these. I actually found the very first one they ever made in an old video on the channel. But I have quite a little bit of a collection of these. So I'll just add this one to it, and very happy to find this. Yeah, Chris said he got something. Well, that is different.
Look at that. I don't know if it's gumball machine or
Yeah.
it looks like some kind of vending.
Yeah, the little coin return flapper.
Yeah.
It says thank you and
Acorns.
has an acorn on it.
Maybe Evan's Nuts. They had an acorn for a logo.
Yeah, I don't know. Pretty cool though. I like it. Well, we had a lot of fun on that hunt despite the weather. And I guess I hadn't quite scratched that metal detecting itch because I came up with the brilliant idea of going out myself again the next morning. Problem was, it was supposed to be even colder. And as I was driving down the mountain the next morning, with the temperatures at 18 and snowflakes falling, I really had to start questioning my sanity. But hey, the ground wasn't frozen, and sometimes you just got to get out and detect. And I'm really glad I did, because I headed out to my favorite dig it all field, and I made some really good finds and actually got a few firsts for me. Well, next thing was giving me a nice 14. Dug down and got this very cool old doorknob. A little broken right here, but pretty neat period piece. Definitely early 1900s, late 1800s. Beautiful color, I'll tell you. So, very cool little find. I thought I'd share it with you. I dug down here, there's a lot of glass, a little dump area, I believe. And glass everywhere in here, so. But I also got another button, iron back. It's rusted on the back, but I can't see, I believe I see a letter R on this one. So I'm going to put this in the pouch. Actually, I'll put this in the fragile box. Sorry, I'm having a little trouble talking. It's about 24 degrees. Temperature has definitely dropped. So I'll clean it up, see what it is, and if it's anything special, I will let you know. Well, I think I got something pretty interesting in this hole. I tell you, it was only ringing up around 7, 6, but it just sounded good. And now I know why it rings so low. And this is why I'm telling you, you gotta dig it all. Check it out, I got a button. And all I did was pick it up. And this is the iron back. And that was the side that was facing the detector. That's why it rang up low. But the other side, I saw it had some lettering, and I just went to grab, oh wow. I just went to grab the camera to show you this. I am not sure what it says yet. Let me just clean this off a little bit and I'll be right back, but very cool button. I'll tell you, I love finding buttons. Well, I just let it dry out just a little bit. Didn't want to rub it much, but check it out. It says Blue Ridge. How cool is that? I'm guessing a jean or overall brand. I don't know, I'm gonna have to do some research, but it's definitely the size of like an Eagle Coat button, maybe even a little bit bigger. But I have never found this one, and I am very glad to have it. Yep, it's my favorite dig it all spot. And by the way, I'm running Park 2 on the mode on the Equinox 800 with the small coil, and I had to run iron bias up to 3 because there's a lot of nails in here, and response time is at the factory settings is 6. Pretty much everything else is factory setting. Running sensitivity about 23. I was running 25, but it was really getting hot on the nails, so I backed it off. Well, the next signal gave me a nice 14-15 signal. First thing I pulled out was a nice piece of crock, and then I dug down further and I got this really nice old buckle. And it's very thin stamped metal, and I'll see if I can straighten it out later, but very cool piece. I'll stick that in the fragile box and see what comes up next. Well, this next target out in this field kind of gave me a mixed target, but I was getting a high tone sneaking in there every once in a while. And this is why you really want to use these small coils. Let's look at this. This is a melted bunch of nails together, and then there's nails just all over this hole. But I isolated the high tone, and check it out. I just saw it come out of the hole. Look at that. That is a really nice old buckle right there. So, that little coil. Well, still going at it in my favorite dig it all field. And I tell you, this one was giving me a 13-14. It was way down there. Probably about 9-10 inches. Finally broke it loose. And once I saw it, I just grabbed the camera. This must be the day for buttons and knobs, because I just got a very cool old iron doorknob. That is awesome. Wow, just gotta wonder, what door did this open? So cool. How many hands touched this? And it's been a long time since a hand touched it. So very cool. All the kinds of weird things I think about when I dig things up. Well, I'm telling you, this is the day for buttons. Buttons and buckles. I tell you, this hole, 2 buttons, and one that is just awesome. I tell you what, the first one I just eyeballed when it was coming up, and check it out. I got this really nice bone 4-hole button, so I was happy to see that. But then I went down, I got a 16, and this what was making the signal. You see that button? That is an awesome button. Iron back overall button. And look what it says on it. Jackrabbit. How cool is that button? So I've got a Blue Ridge today and a Jackrabbit. And I tell you what, I've never found either one of those. That is awesome. I am very happy to have found that. Well, I was absolutely thrilled finding my very first Jackrabbit jeans button. And I went ahead and checked the hole again, and well, this happened. Wow, I'll tell you what, got that Jackrabbit button out of that hole, got another signal, and then I got another signal, and then I got another signal. Look how many signals there were. Holy cow. Is that crazy or what? That's a whole lot of Jackrabbit buttons. That's just crazy. Yeah, I forgot how many were in there. There's 7, 10, 13, there's 18 buttons. Most of them Jackrabbit buttons. This one has a sort of a triangle pattern on it. And then, you may recall in Hiding in Plain Sight, I told Chris, I need a Sanforized button, and check it out, I got a Sanforized button. So these Jackrabbit buttons must have come off a jean jacket or a pair of overalls, but I think the entire jacket or overalls were thrown away, and this is what's left. And I got a couple little iron buttons, and then when I was fishing these out, I got a sweet little bonus. Check out this great looking marble. That popped out of the hole. So this is going to be a 30s or 40s set of overalls or jean jacket But how cool is that? I've never seen so many jackrabbits in one spot. The jokes write themselves with this hole. It's crazy. But I finally got them all. It took me a while. Thank God I'm hunting in a field. But I'll get this all cleaned up and be good as new. And I will have a whole lot of buttons. Too cool. Well, that was a crazy way to end that day. And I really hope you enjoyed watching this hunt and the video. Now, as always, I have some amazing historical photos coming up from our country's illustrious past in just a few seconds, so I hope you'll stick around for those. And remember, it's history that makes the find a treasure, and I can't wait to see you back here next week on Finding America.